Hello, my name is Breanna, and this afternoon, well, it's actually kind of nighttime right now, but I'll be doing a video response to Becoming YouTube's video on women YouTubers. And I think Becoming YouTube is a great thing. YouTube is normally a leisurely pastime, and that's a really good thing because sometimes after you come home from school or work, you just want to sit down, and I call it brain candy because it's not hard to sit there and watch someone do something goofy. So it's nice for something that almost gets us in a rut of not being creative and not trying to educate ourselves more, kind of flipping it around. So I'm a fan of Becoming YouTube, and it's inspired me to make this video response. And so while watching Becoming YouTube, in this episode in particular, you're talking about women and how women aren't doing as well in YouTube, and you look at it as almost being a woman's fault, but it's because of something they've done. I see it a little bit differently. I think as a society, we've come a very long way. You're looking at things not being as paternalized. You're seeing women being single mothers and men being stay-at-home dads. But if you were to think about a school, you wouldn't see a boy walking around in a dress. And I think, in essence, that is the problem. The problem is not that the women who are making YouTube videos aren't doing a good job or that their content isn't there. It's that the large majority of people who are viewing YouTube videos are girls, are women. And so when you have women watching videos, they're going to be more interested in the opposite sex. I think that's natural. We're more keen to watch videos, be that movies that you see on the big screen or a video on your laptop, that are more interesting, that are more unique to us. Because if you're watching a video about a woman, it's kind of like talking to yourself, kind of seeing yourself do the same thing. So what you're going to see is, if we had more male viewers, the female YouTubers would rise, because you'd see a higher interest in their videos. So then that begs the question, if we have more men and boys sitting behind a laptop and watching YouTube videos, then you would have more YouTubers that are women being successful. And you say, well, why is that? How could that be? And what can we do to make that happen? Well, if you look at why they aren't, what are boys doing instead? They're playing sports. They're playing Minecraft. They're playing PlayStation. And so they're watching videos that have things to do with that. And if you're looking at the girls that are watching, they're looking more emotionally towards things. They're looking for things that pique their interest as far as aesthetics go. And the reason why is because in society, it's still that men should be looking to do those things. Think about if a boy was to be reading a cooking magazine or watching a cooking show. A mother might go, well, sweetheart, what are you doing? You know, that's not normal, and she would encourage him to go outside and play a little bit, or maybe instead play with his G.I. Joe, etc. So the line is not between sex, between female and male, but rather it's between our genders. And that's regardless of your sex. Your gender is how you identify more emotionally or less. And our society hasn't caught up with that. Like I said, if you were to think of a school and think of a boy walking around in a dress, it wouldn't happen. And why is that? Well, because we say that's wrong for a male to do that. But if we were to take that away and say that is fine for a male to walk around in a dress in a high school, well, then maybe you'd see more male viewers on YouTube. Because then they'd say, well, it's okay for me to watch a woman put on makeup. Or it's okay for me to be emotionally invested with her, and we can talk about the wrongs of society. And so I think it's more on the males' parts than anything, and not that male YouTubers are rising so successfully, but because the male viewers haven't been called into action, and that's because they feel pressure from society. I don't think that my brother would feel comfortable doing that, and I'm not sure that my parents would approve, and that's a sad thing to think about. So I don't think it's something that YouTube can fix. Maybe YouTube can be a starting point for that, but it has to come from outside, externally, society. We need to see that it's okay for males to go into different sections. I don't think it's the woman that isn't becoming a comedian or isn't having the right criteria in her YouTube video. I think it's that males are finding it hard to access that material and do it acceptably. So I hope you take the time to watch this, and I hope that my thoughts have been comprehensive and that they make sense. Thank you for making your YouTube videos, and I hope that you'll continue to. Have a blessed night.